Week 9 betting lines right here at the Voice of College Football, including with Florida State taking on Georgia Tech at home. We got Steve Merrill on the line as we always do, so keep in mind that Steve not only provides us information on the Florida State game here, but throughout all the team channels on the Voice of College Football. So please also join him at wagertalk.com. Steve, Florida State, I was a bit surprised by this line, a big 24-point favorite against the Georgia Tech team that's not very good, but still keeping games close and winning a few here recently in the ACC.
Yeah, and you do wonder about Florida State's focus coming into this game. They're off of 3 straight losses. I guess the bye week probably came at a pretty good time for the Seminoles to get back on track. The question is, do they really need to run up the score here? I think they're going to win this game. Obviously, they're probably anxious to win the game, but they also have 2 big road games on deck the next 2 weeks, at Miami and at Syracuse. You got to wonder how much maybe they started to prepare for those games during that bye week. So does worry you laying 3.5 touchdowns here. First of all, the line opened as low as 19.5. I thought that number was too low, so it has been bet up to 24. My math simulation predicts a 24.3-point win, so 24.5-point win for Florida State. So I do think the number is pretty much where it should be now. It was low at 19.5. At 3 touchdowns or less, I did like Florida State. Now it's pretty much priced where it should be, and you just worry about the Seminoles caring about covering this line late in the fourth quarter when they're up big. The question, though, is can Georgia Tech play from behind? They're not built to do so. Bad passing attack, bad offense overall, just 16 points a game, 5.5 yards per pass. So the only way I would play this still is Florida State. They're off of 3 straight losses. They should be focused. The line is pretty much where it should be. And Georgia Tech does not have what we call backdoor cover potential. When they get behind, they're going to have a tough time catching up. So Florida State or pass for me in this game. I'm just a little bit worried if the Seminoles take their foot off the gas late.
Georgia Tech's starting quarterback Jeff Sims had to leave the game against Virginia early in that game. He's a pretty dynamic playmaker. They went to the backup. The offense was non-existent. They scored 9 points. That obviously could be a factor in not just the game, but the line movement throughout the week. Check out Steve's work, wagertalk.com. Also, folks, get on over to Patreon. Search Mark Rogers TV. Sign up there. You get Steve's under-the-radar selection each week. Exclusively there, 7-1 against the spread. You get my selections as well, 32-17 against the spread the last 3 weekends. Get those picks as well, and you can talk college football with the knuckleheads all the time. Steve, we appreciate it.
Thanks, Mark.